Have you got a very good memory? What sort of things are you good at remembering? People's faces? Or special dates? Or maybe directions to places? Or maybe the words of songs or poems? Do you have any tricks for helping you to remember things? Hello everyone, I'm Kathleen Pelly. Welcome to Journey with Story. Today we are airing another one of our encore episodes for you to listen to again, because as you may remember, we are making our big move this summer to go and live in my native Scotland. And so, since that's taking up so much of our time, we have to do some of these encore episodes for you. This one is a lovely African tale about a young tortoise who saves all of his animal friends from hunger because he is the only one of them who knows how to remember the name of a very special magic tree. Let's take a journey with the magic tree. A long time ago in Africa, there was a terrible drought. The rains did not fall. The plants, the grass, and the trees all stopped growing. The animals were hungry. They walked across the great flat plains in search of food. For many days and for many miles, they walked and walked and walked until finally they came upon a most magnificent tree. The tallest tree they had ever seen, with branches that bowed and buckled with the weight of ripe, juicy fruits, the likes of which they had never seen before. But try as they might, none of the animals could reach the fruit, for the branches were too high, and the trunk of the tree was too smooth for them to climb. The animals cried and wailed, "What are we to do?" "Listen," roared Lion, king of the jungle. "I remember my grandfather told me a story about this magic tree whose fruit could only be reached by one who knew the name of the tree." "Well, tell us! Who can tell us the name of the tree?" cried the animals. "We must go to the old chief who lives on the sacred mountain," said the lion. "He will tell us its name." "I will go," said Hare. "I am the fastest runner." So Hare set off across the great flat plains, running like the wind until he came to the foot of the sacred mountain. Then up he bolted and landed with a thud before the old chief, who was sitting quietly in prayer. "How can I help you?" he asked kindly. "Please," panted Hare, "we are all so hungry, and we have found the magic tree with wonderful fruit, but we cannot eat the fruit until we know the name of the tree." "Do not worry," said the chief. "I can tell you its name. The name of the tree is Uwungalema." "Thank you," cried Hare as he set off back down the mountain and sped back to where the animals were waiting for him. Along the way he began to imagine how happy all the animals would be when he told them the name of the tree, and how they would thank him and be grateful to him forever. And so busy was he thinking these thoughts that he did not notice the enormous anthill in his path until, crash! He ran right into it and landed in a tumbled heap before the animals. "What is the name of the tree?" the animals shouted at him. Hare shook his head over and over and over, but the name of the tree was gone. "I can't remember," he wailed. The animals groaned. "No, we need to send someone else. Someone who will not forget. That would be me," trumpeted Elephant. "I never forget." The animals agreed, and so Elephant started out across the great flat plains toward the sacred mountain. When Elephant reached the top of the mountain, the chief was sitting there in his usual place. "Please, can you tell me the name of the magic tree? The animals are so hungry." The chief looked puzzled. "But I already told Hare the name of the tree." How could he forget so soon? "But very well, I suppose I can tell you again. The name of the tree is Uwungalema. But do not forget it, for I will not tell anyone else." "I will not forget," said Elephant haughtily. "We elephants never forget." And she headed back down the mountain toward the magic tree, where all the animals were waiting for her. "Me forget," she grumbled, still bristling at the old chief's words. "How could I ever forget anything? Why, I can remember all the names of the stars, all the names of my great uncles and great aunts, all the names of the flowers of Africa, and I even remember all the names of the rivers." So busy was Elephant remembering that she did not notice the huge anthill in her path, the very one that Hare had crashed into, until, thud! She tripped and skidded right into the middle of all the animals, who shouted, "Tell us the name of the tree!" Elephant was dizzy and discombobulated. "I can't remember that now," she snapped. "I am tired and cross and completely out of sorts. All because of that silly tree and that rude chief." The animals moaned and looked at one another in despair. "Oh, what is to become of us now?" Lion stepped forward. "I am your king," he said. "I shall go, and I will bring you back the name of the tree." So Lion set across the great flat plain and made his way to the top of the mountain, where the old chief was standing, gazing up at the sky. "What do you want now?" said the chief. "I have told Hare the name of the tree. I have told Elephant the name of the tree. Is that not enough? Can none of you animals remember?" "Forgive us, chief," said Lion. "We are all so hungry and tired it is hard for us to remember. But please, just one more time I ask you, tell us the name of the tree." "Oh, very well," said the chief crossly. "But I warn you, this is the last time. The name of the tree is Uwungalema." Lion thanked the chief and headed as fast as he could down the mountain and across the great flat plains toward the magic tree, where the animals were waiting for him. "I should have gone in the first place," he thought as he walked. "After all, I am the king of all the animals, and I am the smartest and the wisest and the cleverest." So busy was Lion listing all his many wonderful qualities that he did not notice the enormous anthill in his path, the same anthill that had tripped up Hare and Elephant until, whoosh, Lion went head over heels and landed in a tangle of tail and mane right in front of all the animals. "What's the name of the tree?" they yelled. Lion was too upset to speak. He just shook his head and closed his eyes in shame. The animals were too tired, too sad, and too hungry to speak. At last, after a very long time, young Tortoise spoke. "I will go and find out the name of the tree." "You?" said the animals. "But you are just a tortoise. You are too slow, too stupid, too young." But already Tortoise was on his way. Little by little he plodded across the great flat plains, right up to the foot of the sacred mountain. And little by little he trudged up the side of the mountain until he came face to face with the old chief, who was glaring at him. "If you have come to ask me for the name of the tree, go away," roared the chief. "I already told Hare. I already told Elephant. I already told Lion. So I will not tell anyone else that the name of the tree is Owungalema." Tortoise turned and set off down the mountain and over the great flat plains toward the magic tree where all the animals were waiting. As he walked, he said, "The name of the tree is Owungalema, Owungalema." Over and over and over again he chanted the name, Owungalema, Owungalema, for that is what his mother and her mother before her had taught him. Whenever you want to remember something, you must repeat it over and over again. Tortoise never stopped saying it for mile after mile after mile, even when he grew tired or hungrier or thirsty, and even when he fell right into the huge anthill, he just clambered out and he kept on walking and he kept on chanting, Owungalema, the name of the tree is Owungalema. None of the animals noticed Tortoise as he walked right up to the foot of the tree, and he said in a very loud voice, "The name of the tree is Owungalema." At once, the branches of the tree bent low, low to the ground, where all the animals could reach its wonderful, ripe, juicy fruit. They ate and ate and ate until they were full. Then they hoisted Tortoise high in the air, and they cheered and they marched around the tree, chanting, Owungalema, Owungalema, the name of the tree is Owungalema. And they never forgot the name of the magic tree again. Will you? Well, I bet you that some of you, most of you actually, will remember now the name of this tree, won't you? This is a fun story to memorise as best you can and retell it in your own words. And don't forget to send us your drawings and your letters to www.journeywithstory.com or send them on Instagram and tag us. Thanks to all of you who remember to take a moment to rate and review our podcast and share it with others. And a huge thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. We really appreciate your support. And remember, you can become a Patreon subscriber today at www.journeywithstory.com. Cheerio then. Join me next time for Journey with Story. Music and post-production was by Colette Jonas.